Hi there, it's Tania from Tatty Treasure. So today is week 4, episode 2 of the 3 in 15 Don't Fret Before Christmas challenge. So today it's another easy one. So glad they're easy this week. This is just a little, I think they're called paper bags. I don't know if they're like little tiny sweet bags or what. These are the ones that Dee sent me. So they are 4 by 3. But I'm just reaching for something. I should have got it out. I've only just thought. These little coin envelopes are about the same size. So this is, before Dee sent me these the other day, this is what I was going to use. I probably just would have ripped that bit off, and then we're going to be collaging the front, so you'd have ended up covering that bit anyway. So yeah, that is what I would have used. Or you can use little glassine bags, or just make a little pocket up, because that's all they are, just little pockets. So that's what it is, just a simple collage. I've just used three bits of paper. So the papers I've got out are, I've got some text pages out. I'm using all the scraps from so far, so I've been saving all my scraps. So I'm going to use the text from Edith Holden. I've got a bit of music paper, and I've got some more papers from Lorna at Tailor Made Journal. That one is my fave. I think it reminds me of Edith Holden. I've just picked some quite neutral coloured ones. And I've got the lovely tea and coffee paper from Ali the Cockney Crafter. So it's got a nice print on it. So that's all the papers that I've got out. I'm going to say I'm going to keep it really simple, because obviously these are going to be decorated up, and we will decorate one at the end. So I'm using the walnut staying, because you really do need that dark, if you do want to ink, but you do need that dark ink on the craft paper. I find the vintage photo, you're having to rub it a million times to be able to see it. Excuse me. I did mean to go downstairs and make a cup of coffee before I turned on, but I just turned it on and I wasn't really quite ready. So I'll ink around all of them, and then I'm just going to do a stencil on the background, so if the collage doesn't totally fit, you've still got something on your background. So just go all the way around. So that's 2. So as you'll know, I'm filming all these on Saturday. I'm not quite doing them back to back. I'm doing one and then, you know, trotting off and doing a few chores and stuff. I am tired today, so I'm just bitting and bobbing. So I keep doing a video, going downstairs, washing a few pots, or putting some, you know, the washing machine on or something. So I've got this cheap stamp. They're nearly ready for going in the bin. I just bought a couple from AliExpress when I first started. That one's going to fall off. Yep. So I'm gonna use them because I'm guessing you're sick of seeing me Tim Holtz one. I don't know where I've put it. Oh, that one, which I've used loads. Because I did think, oh, I'm never gonna be using stencils, but now I love them. I have been having a look at a couple more. Because I'd like another one of the flourish ones. I do like that design. But these ones from AliExpress, they were fantastic. But yeah, you can only use them a few times without them falling to bits. So that's that. And then I'll just do part of it again on there just to fill in all the gaps. Might be best, sorry for banging. I might be best doing it with a, I keep forgetting about this. That's better. And it's a lot kinder to the stencil as well, doing it with the brush. It doesn't seem to pull at the stencil. So it doesn't matter that that's overlapping and stuff. You're not going to see the entire thing. So let's have a go at this flourish. Let's do it that way. But yeah, obviously that one was my favourite. So that's the one what's all coming up. But yeah, a lot of the Tim Holtz ones are the ones, you know, that I wouldn't use. The ones with what are really very mixed media, what have got like bricks and circles and things. I think there's a couple of florally ones. They've got some nice Christmas ones, I did say, of Tim Holtz, but I'm not doing traditional Christmas this year because I did and ah when I saw it. It was a pack of 3, and I think one was like a holly, one was a poinsettia, and there was, that looks lovely, and there was something else. But yeah, I thought, well, it's waste time me having it this year because I'm not doing traditional Christmas. I am going to be putting some ephemera Christmas packs in my shop. I did get my Christmas box out and see what I'd got in there, and I've just made some packs up. That is traditional Christmas. It's just all the things that I'd got left over from last year. So I've just sorted them out and put them into different packs. Oh, see that? I like that one as well when it's on. Right, so that's them all stenciled. Put my thingy back. I'm still going to need my ink. So I'll start off with the Edith Holden text. Now, what I did on the other one, when I saw where I was going to place it, you can see now that, you know, there's nothing at the back of that part. So I then went in and made sure that had something there, just so there was something peeping out. So yeah, that looks loads better. So I'll ink this around. So I don't think too much about collaging. I think the less you think about it, the better it is. If you totally overthink it, you're never going to lay a paper down. And I think once you kind of have developed your own style, which if I looked back at most of my collages, I think you would be able to tell that they're mine. You just seem to have your own style with it. And I do, me personally, I prefer less is more. So again, just gonna do down the edge. I probably would have been better to do that in the first place, just gone around the edge, but I didn't visually think when you was like looking down it wouldn't look very good. So that's that. That's that. Got to be careful where the edge of the bag is. I don't mind it going over a little bit at the bottom, quite like that. And then I'll just tear some of that off. And I'll go over with that one because I went under with the other. I don't want them to be totally the same. So ink all around these pieces. That's it, cover all that white up where it's been ripped. So that's going to want going down first. Hopefully this Fabri-Tac will, well, it's not Fabri-Tac, it's 3-in-1, but it's the same thing, just a different title. So yeah, I've got about 1 centimetre left in this bottle. So I'm determined to get it all out and get it finished today. So just lay that down. So I hope everybody is okay. I don't think I asked in the last video. I was so busy talking about myself. Sorry. Yeah, I hope everybody is okay. It looks as if we're kind of going into autumn now. In fact, there's been a couple of days where we have actually had the heating on. Yeah, from being absolutely red hot to, I think we had the tail end of some storms the other week, and it was still quite warm then. It was like wet, windy and raining, but it was warm. And then since then, the warmth seems to have disappeared, and it's still wet and windy, but it's gone cold. So yeah, I think autumn's on its way. That's not to say that the sun won't come back out for another week or two. Sometimes at the beginning of September we can have a decent week. So who knows? But our garden is like an absolute jungle because obviously we had all the sun. Then what have I done with my dog there? All the rain. So yeah, it looks like a jungle, which at the beginning of lockdown, when Ryan was off work, the garden was immaculate, apart from the hole at the back of the garden, what's going to be the pond. But if you didn't look at that, the rest of it was pretty decent. And now it looks as if, you know, it's not been in the garden for about a year. So it's surprising how things, you know, get overgrown so quickly. And we've got a buddleia because I know they're really common, and you know, I suppose they could even be classed as a bit of a weed, really, because like a buddleia will grow anywhere. If you go on walks and stuff, they will even grow out the concrete outside of buildings, but they're beautiful. I really love them, and obviously the butterflies really love them, and I like watching the butterflies. So when I look out my kitchen window to the left, we've got the buddleia, and we've got some trellis, and growing on the trellis is, I don't know its proper name, but its like slang name is called Million Miles, and it's a climbing plant, so it's an ideal thing for you know, growing over trellises. And yeah, it really does grow a million miles. But again, it's really pretty. It grows these long white flowers, and they have a lot of pollen in, so it does attract the bees and the butterflies. And what else have I got in that corner? It's I forget what it is. It's a variation of something else, but it's black. I think it's an elder. And it's black and it has pink flowers on. It's beautiful, but that is something that grows absolutely uncontrollably. So that's all on the right hand side, left hand side of the garden. So those things, 3 things alone, fill that part of the garden up. And then with a few things at the front, that we had some foxgloves on there, which was beautiful this year, and some other bits and bobs of plants. So when it is nice, it is really nice over there. And we've got steps in the middle what go up to like the lawn, and that's where it's dug the pond out. So it's an absolute tip up there, it really is. But luckily, if I don't go up there, I can't really see it. So I just have to pretend it's not happening. It looks as if I'm just using that same paper, doesn't it? So I'm going to carry on using that paper instead of ripping into them full sheets. Can use them another day. And on the right of the stance, we've got an olive tree, and we bought it, oh, I don't know, because time flies, doesn't it? I mean, I'd probably say 5 years ago, it was probably 10 years ago. But it was in the garden centre, and it was in a corner of, you know, plants that have died and stuff. And there was literally, you know, it was about £5. And we ummed and ahed and stuff, and we was like, oh, nothing's ever gonna, you know, come of it. But we had it as a just in case. And surprisingly, well, it took a few years, but this year it's been absolutely amazing. And it's such a lovely grey green colour. And then I've planted some, I bought some bee bombs. So they're like these bomb things what you throw onto the garden, and wild flowers grow. So they're, I mean, it really doesn't go theme wise, wild flowers and an olive tree, but we're not having a theme. We just want pretty. Well, I just want things what attract the bees and the butterflies and the birds. And then because there's like 2 steps up each side, and in the middle of the wildflowers, that's where I've put my bird table, what I bought with my birthday money. So I've got the bird, well, it's a bird house, and I've bought some feeders and Ryan's put some hooks underneath it, so there's feeders underneath it. And I bought some, because we do get some goldfinches, and I love goldfinches. I probably love them as much as I love the tip family because they are the most beautifulest birds. And over time we've got more and more of them, and I think I'm going to decorate one of them. So I'll have a rummage through it while I'm waffling. Yeah, we just had them very occasionally. We would perhaps see them if we was lucky once a year, and now we do see them quite regular, and there is probably about 6 of them. Oh, quite like that. But oh, I like that. Yeah, there's probably about, I've seen 6 all at once, and I've learnt the call. So as soon as they start talking to each other, I'm like, oh, the goldfinches are here, and I love them. I think I'm going to go with that one. So I'm going to try and find a little butterfly. So yes, I've bought some Niger seed and a Niger feeder. So, because we did used to have some big thistles, and that's what they used to come for at the end of, you know, about this time of year. And we've got fields like one end of us and then the other end of us. So I think we always used to catch them in between and going from one field to another. And I'm guessing one field has something at some time of year, what they like to eat, and another field has something else. But yeah, now they've started visiting for a lot longer. And yeah, because we've got water in the pond, we've got fish in the pond, and it's done some slabs kind of all around it. It's built a fountainy step thing, but you know, we've always had a pond, but just had a little one, what was where the olive tree is now. And, you know, he decided he wanted a massive one. And he bought well, he dug the hole out a couple of years ago, and not realising how much it would be for the liner for the pond, and then the pump and filter. So it took us a couple of years to like save for that. I want to get the hot glitter glue, and then he filled it with the water. He just bought some little fish called shabunkins, because he wants koi carp in it, but he was going to have a couple of years with these shabunkins, and to get his water, I don't know, there's some technical term. Anyway, it turns out the filter that we haven't got really cannot cope with the volume of water that's in the pond. So we've now got green water. So we're going to have to buy another pump, which is 3 times as expensive as the first pump. But now, obviously, we've got a hole in the garden. And we've not gone this far to then go, oh, let's fill it in. So we kind of committed. So, and to get the pond in and stuff, is had to straighten the whole garden, and so it's just like, it's like a building site up there. And he leaves his wheelbarrow out and cement out, and ugh, it's just a mess. But one day it's going to be beautiful, and I am going to be sitting up there in summer with the sound of running water and looking at lovely fish. And we've got some bamboo, which we've had for a few years. Some bamboo around it, and we've got a couple of aces, and we've got a big, I don't know if you class it as a tree or a bush, it's called something lace tree. Oh, it's the most beautifulest thing ever. So, and the decking's down, it's just an odd job of different paints, because couldn't get hold of any paint when it was locked down. So it's kind of just painted it in anything, just as a protector more than anything. So yeah, everything's ugly, but it will be beautiful. Just gotta have some patience, which he keeps telling me, have some patience. So that is me done. What a waffle that was. I bet you're thinking, I'm not come to hear about your wafflings. So I think that's really quite pretty. I don't know if I've got a little tag to hand. Let's have this one here. So there we go. Cute little, and if you was sticking them down, obviously you wouldn't decorate the back, but if you was having them as a movable pocket, then I would probably just do some stenciling at the back. So yeah, it's a nice size pocket, that is. I like how deep it is. So thank you very much for joining me. Please don't give me fish advice, because I get sick of hearing him talking about it, and here's me talking about it now. Right, I hope everyone's well and stuff, and I will speak to you again. Well, you'll see me again on Friday. So bye for now. Bye.